Good evening, folks. I don't know where to start at. I mean, this has literally gotten beyond ridiculous. I mean, we have literally. I don't even know where to start at with this whole thing. I mean, this has literally begun to the point where, hey, this is. The Democrats have literally dug themselves a hole. And this is the. If you really want to do anything, you should watch the Liberal Hive Mind, his recent video. You should watch that one and literally sum up what I'm trying to say here. I mean, everything, all the deflections and everything, and yet we can't come up with anything. We attacked on crime in New York. And Hochul, which I can't stand that witch up in New York, only won by 5 percentage points when she was supposed to win by 20 percentage points. And Nancy Pelosi finally said, we got a problem. We got a crime problem. Only after the fact that they lost. But yet she still continues to lie about other things. About having an exorcism done on her house. Trying to get rid of the evil spirits. That's a lie. Because the archdiocese of her area even came out and said there was no exorcism done. Now, because we all know how the exorcism does, they have someone go out there and they do like a little review over that property and see. Then they gotta get permission from the Vatican. Then the Vatican says, "All right, yeah, you're allowed to do an exorcism." And they have a priest go out there and do an exorcism. That's how that works. Now, as of the other things, let's look at what goes on in our great state of Georgia. Yeah. The so-called mostful peaceful protest. This is not misinformation, this is not disinformation, this is actual hardcore evidence and real things. They took a shot, there were 6 people detained. CNN has lost all credibility, and so has all the mainstream media for this incident. Literally. I don't know how any of this is peaceful. Burning police cars, doing property damage to buildings, none of that is peaceful. That is all violent protest. Technically, rioting. And yet they want to say that's all mostly peaceful protest? You're kidding me, right? And then they go on, then they're all hush-hush about, and then I guess they find top secret stuff, top secret files at Mike Pence's house in Indiana. But they don't say any, but they talk about that. But more files are found over at Joe Biden's property in Delaware. Nothing said. But what happened down in Georgia, the Great Peach State, the Democrats are all about police reform and everything. First they said defund the police. Then they said, no, let's not defund the police. Let's do police reform. So then they do this. So then in Atlanta, the Atlanta Police Department makes a brand new building to better themselves, to better their police department, to better police training, like the Democrats requested. And what happens? Antifa thugs creating an autonomous zone behind the building. And at one point, a thug takes a shot at an officer. And then that thug gets shot and killed by a police officer. And lo and behold, that's when that's when Antifa has now declared war on them. I don't know what the autonomous zone is. The autonomous zone is technically like something separated from the United States. They don't go by any laws represented by the United States. So they came in there and they actually showed they mean business. Unlike in Portland, where they just sit back and do absolutely nothing. They actually went in there and actually showed them they mean business. You are not setting up any autonomous zone here. You go by the rule of law of the United States. And they made them pay. That's exactly what they did. That autonomous zone has since been demoralized. Pig City, I think, is what they called it. Because they're making fun of the police. They always call them pigs. Now, as in Atlanta, they called it Cop City. I think they were spray painting at one point. Cop City, I'm not sure. I can't remember. But then in Portland, they called it CHOP. CHOP was the autonomous zone. And people died up there. But Antifa is just trying to push us. And this is what happens when you have liberals in charge. They act like it's all a pushover. And then when you have other things such as that nature happen, the Democrats don't want to take accountability for their own actions. That's the problem with these Democrats. They don't want to take accountability for their own problems. So, they want to push the blame everywhere else, and they don't even want to talk about it. Oh, those were found in here, those were found there. And then when the garage door opens, lo and behold, guess whose ID shows up in there? Not Joe Biden's, right beside those top secret files. Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. His ID was showed up there. It was inside, right beside his Corvette, right beside all those top secret files. I wonder how that happened. So who else is seeing all these? Obviously this corruption goes very deep. So his crackhead son obviously was in there as well. So we obviously learned that much. I mean, I really don't like to talk about like that much, but it just makes me frustrated. It just disappoints me that people have to get this way. It just infuriates me. The double standard is just very, very high. But yet, according to Al Gore, this year was I'm supposed to be dead by now because literally everyone should be gone right now. 2000, the year was supposed to end. It didn't. Just a thought. And plenty of other things. I guess the year's supposed to end, according to Al Gore, in 2 years. We'll see. I might come up with another video. And if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna say this to Al Gore again. Wrong again, Al Gore. I mean, it is what it is. These people are just literally getting me beyond frustrated. Well, hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications. Hopefully nothing else comes up that's going to make me go unhinged, because I'm literally on the edge of becoming unhinged right now. So with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.